In the day. My name is David Gugino, and in today's book review, I've got an interesting book for you. And I'm actually filming this pretty late at night after work today. I just got done after 12 hours, but I'm just going to do this book review right now because I have time for it. And I wanted to see how well I did it after 12 hours. So the book I have for you today is How to Talk to Anyone. Little Tricks for Big Success in Relationships. 92 Little Tricks for Big Success in Relationships. Now, this book is actually pretty interesting. This one's going to be a little short. This book review is going to be today. And I'm just going to talk about a few of the things that I like in this book. And I think the people skills in this book that you can learn is very, very good. And the stuff is simple. It is just a couple of paragraphs, sometimes a couple of pages, and it just gives you a neat little skill to meet and talk to people. Now, when it comes to meeting and talking to people, some of you guys don't care and you just want to be by yourselves, but to be honest, I don't think nobody enjoys being by themselves. Now, working out by myself I enjoy, but I only enjoy being by myself because I'm working towards a goal to be physically fit, and I don't like being interrupted during that time of pursuing my goals. So like with this thing right now, I don't want to be interrupted talking with friends or phone calls. I just want to focus on this and make it work. Now if I'm at a party or at a bar or something, alright, fine, I'll talk to whoever I want because we're there to socialize and we're there to hang out. Now, the gym's not a bad place to socialize, but honestly, if you look at a lot of famous bodybuilders or famous weightlifters, they mention there's not a lot of socialization in the gym. It's just we get in, we get out, and we go home. But this book I read about 2-3 years ago, I think, and I remember it spoke to me because I thought it was clever. I'm like 92 little tricks and tips. I'm like, what could this be? And then when I bought it and started reading it, I just was amazed at the other stuff, about the stuff that was in this book and that I could use in my daily life. And the stuff you can use, anyone would like. It's not like a pickup artist book. It is just something simple that you can do to get to know people and to meet people. So the first thing that I have, the first little skill that I've learned from this book, and the book is by Leo Londes. And he is among today's most sought-after communication consultants and the author of international bestsellers. How to Make Anyone Fall in Love with You and How to Be a People Magnet. I will be ordering those books, and I will be reviewing those in the future. Now, let's get back in the book. I brought that up because I forgot to mention the author. So, this little paragraph in a chapter, How to Intrigue Everyone Without Saying a Word, this little paragraph says, or the sentence is, your body shrieks before your lips can speak. So think about this for a second. The way you look and the way you move is more than 80% of someone's first impression of you. Not one word needs to be spoken. Not one word need be spoken. That's interesting how he words it. But honestly, when you walk, like when I walk, I try to have my shoulders back and my head up so I'm aware of my surroundings and so I'm looking at people when I'm looking at them. Now sometimes you make eye contact with people, which something I'm trying to work on is when a cute girl makes eye contact with you, just smile back. And if you continuously see her, start a small conversation with her. That, or when a guy or a big dude in the gym nods at you, just give him a head nod and call it a day. But part of the reason people look at you like that is because, you're attractive in some way. That, or they just look at something or find something on you that they're looking at, and it's like, It's like with pretty girls in the gym. It's weird, but you're looking at what they're wearing because sometimes they look very attractive in it, but if they didn't wear that stuff and just you just try to look at their face. And if their face is towards a mirror, towards a wall, you're probably not going to be looking at them. But the point is, you're looking at them because you find them attractive. When people look at you, there is something attractive about you or something they like about you. If some skinny guys in the gym putting in work trying to build muscle, I've seen people look at them and they're like, he's working hard and he's going to be big someday. And that's how they view it. But when it comes to walking, when I walk, I try to have my shoulders back and my head up. And some people think I walk like this, which I guess I kind of do sometimes, except I just do that. but excessively, and I kind of just look like I'm like positive, and I'm optimistic, and I'm in a good mood for that day. I also just try to be aware. I don't want to be walking all hunched and weak and timid and stuff like that. Now, is anyone going to talk to you if you walk that way? Is anyone not going to talk to you if you walk that way? Probably not the main reason, but they'll pick up on, like, it looks like the wind's about to blow you over, or you look like you're just so soft, like, stuff like that. Now, the other thing about this little paragraph is, whenever people meet you, they take an instant mental snapshot. That image of you becomes the data they deal with for a very long time. So think about that. They take an instant mental snapshot. That image of you becomes the data they deal with for a very long time. So think about that for a second. That is something, when people see you and the first interaction they have with you, if 2 years go by and you never see them again, they're probably not going to remember you. But if 2 or 3 weeks go by and they see you and you had a bad first impression, they're going to remember that. And I do believe in second chances, but your first impressions are just, they're too important. It's very rare when you're going to find someone that's going to give you a second chance. Primarily a girl, where her first impression or first view of you goes bad, she's probably not going to talk to you again. Which is unfortunate, but that's the way the world of dating and meeting people works. Now, the second thing that I have for us this evening is make your eyes look even more intelligent. On the chapter, How to Strike Everyone as intelligent and insightful by Using Your Eyes. Make your eyes look even more intelligent. There is yet another argument for intense eye contact, in addition to awakening feelings of respect and affection. Maintaining strong eye contact gives you the impression of being an intelligent and abstract thinker, because abstract thinkers integrate becoming data more easily than concrete thinkers. They can continue looking into someone's eyes even during the silences. Their thought processes are not distracted by peering into the partner's peepers. So let me think about that. That's kind of confusing, but their thought processes are not distracted by peering into their partner's peepers. Think about that. Peering into their partner's peepers. So because abstract thinkers integrate incoming data more easily than concrete thinkers. So maintaining strong eye contact gives you an idea of that you're an intelligent person. Why? Because you're paying attention. So there are some times where you're talking to somebody and they're starting a conversation you don't care about to remember. But let's say you really look into their eyes or look at their mouth and just listen. And then let's say you retain that and then you run into them again and then you bring up that topic they were talking about. For one, anyone's going to love you for that. Anybody. Because I like when I tell people about my weightlifting and then they bring it up a few weeks later saying, hey, how'd you do on this competition? Or, hey, I hear you're benching this. I mean, that is a very nice thing to do, for one. But for two, remembering things people say is just amazing. It's important because people want to be remembered. If you don't want to be remembered, then you're really, really weird. But I think that's important. And making your eyes more intelligent by making eye contact, too. If you're talking to a pretty girl, I would assume you'd want to look at her while you're talking to her. You don't want to be staring off like this or having a conversation like this. I've talked to people like that. I'll be talking to them and they'll be looking like to the other side. I'm like, I don't know if you don't want to look at me or if you are like looking at someone else. Like you'd rather look at someone else than me. I mean, I don't view it like that, but that's what I'm just thinking. Like, what are you looking at? So don't be that person. Now, I understand you need to take rest because sometimes it can give you a headache, but when you're talking to somebody, just try to look at them in the eyes when you're talking to them. So now the last and final thing that I have on this book is probably the best thing, and this is something that I've used a little bit, and out of this book, this is probably the best thing I've read, this best little skill that I read. So listen to this. Your what's it way to love on how, and the chapter is how to make people want to start a conversation with you. The what's it way to love. Think about this. Listen to this. Your what's it is a social aid whether you seek business rewards or a new romance. My friend Alexander carries Greek worry beads with him wherever he goes. He's not worried. He knows any woman who wants to talk to him will come up and say, "What's that?" Think about it, gentlemen. Suppose you're at a party, an attractive woman spots you across the room. She wants to talk to you, but she's thinking, "Well, mister, you're attractive, but golly, what can I say to you? You just ain't got no what's it." So what's it, W-H-A-T-Z-I-T, is basically having a bracelet, something around your neck, a chain, a piece of jewelry, a different item attached to you that people will find interesting. So his friend Alexander carries Greek worry beads with him wherever he goes. He's not worried. He just knows any woman who wants to talk to him will come up and say, "What's that?" So because he's wearing that, and it's interesting, women are coming up and talking to his friend Alexander. Now, when you're going up and talking to people, this is what I do. I look for something, I read them. I look at them and I find something interesting that they have on their person, and I'll bring it up and be like, "What's that? What does that mean?" And you can do it with tattoos too. "I like your tattoos. Thank you. What does it mean? What goes around it?" Stuff like that. Now you might think with tattoos, they probably heard that a lot before, but asking like, "What's it mean?" and knowing that's the first thing that came to your mind, or "What's her tattoos?" not like, "Hi, how are you?" and typical small talk. They're gonna find that different. They're gonna be like, "Wow, no one has ever just come up to me," because usually when someone asks this particular person about their tattoos, it was probably during conversation. You just came up and brought it up. And anyone, even guys, will be flattered by that, knowing that you noticed something on their person, whether it's tattoos, jewelry, or even a watch. Just being like, "Huh, what's that? Where'd you get that?" Don't ever ask anything how much it costs, but "What's that? Where'd you get that? What does it mean?" Or do like what this guy did, just carry something, because you know people are going to ask about it. It's like in the gym, I find when I'm benching, I find the shirt that's really tight around my chest, and every time I wear it, I always get a compliment on my shoulders, my chest, and my arms. And same with working legs. I wear those tight Adidas pants when I'm working legs, and I always get a compliment on my legs and my buttocks. Overall, this was a very, very good book. I really enjoyed it. And it had some nice little skills here and there, but I hope you can use these skills. I hope you can make eye contact. I hope you can use a what's it. I hope you really take first impressions seriously and really think about that snapshot and how 80% of your physique and your body language is the first thing people notice, and just use this what's it way to meet people and to talk to people. I want to thank you all for watching. I didn't talk super well in this video, but if you stayed all the way through, I thank you so much for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment down below saying what book you want me to review next, what can I do to make these videos better. And I just want to thank you all for watching. I hope you read How to Talk to Anyone, 92 Little Tricks for Big Success in Relationships, and you all have a nice day.